What's up, Catskill fans? Today we're going to use 86box to install Windows 98 using Win98 Quick Install and get some Windows 98 Classic gaming.
Catskill World Beast.
First thing you're going to want to do is go over to 86box.net and go ahead and download Stable is what we'll be using today. Click that link. It'll send you over to the GitHub page. 86box just released 5.0, so we're going to grab that. Scroll down past all of these changes, and then you're going to want to grab the option for your OS. I am on Mac, so I'll be using this one. However, I already have 86box installed. If you'd like to do that, you can brew install 86box if you know how to do that. That is my preferred way to do it. Wow. You can see I already have it installed here. Once you have 86box installed, grab the configuration file that will be available on catskill.net. Use 86box for Windows 98 gaming. I'm still writing this blog post right now, but the configuration file is ready and I'll be using that for this video. You're also going to want to download Win98 Quick Install, which you can find here on GitHub as well. Go over to the Releases tab, click the latest one at the time of this video. It's 0.9.6. Scroll down again. They have a couple different options here and it's a bit confusing. You will want the floppy.img. This is a boot floppy. There's probably a way to get the system to boot directly off the CD. I haven't figured it out, so I use the floppy. Download Win98QI 0.9.6 stock.iso. Make sure you grab the stock one. That's the one we're going to be using in the video. The other ones probably work as well, but if you're following along exactly, we're going to be using stock. Now, once we have all of those, go ahead and open up 86box. Go ahead and right click here and click New Machine. You can also do it from the File menu, New Machine. We're going to say Use Existing Configuration, Continue. We're going to load the configuration from a file, 86box.cfg. This is the one that I will provide you. You'll be able to leave all of these settings the same. So just go ahead and click Continue. System name, enter a cool name like Catskill is rad. We're going to leave the display name the same. Hit done, and that will open up the 86box configuration manager for this new VM we just set up. Now, all of these were present in the previous dialog. Just to confirm, we're working with a slot 1 socket 370, a compact Prosignia machine. We have the Intel Pentium 2 Deutsch, and I have the frequency set to 200 megahertz. You may be tempted to go ahead and just choose the fastest one possible. However, this is a pitfall. If your machine is not fast enough to run a 450 megahertz processor at full speed, emulating it, you will experience stuttering, audio stutters, and slow down. So unintuitively, throttle the machine configuration beforehand. On my machine, I'm on an Apple M3 Max, which is a pretty good CPU. I found that 200 megahertz is about the limit of where I can get to emulate it 100% all the time, and that's our goal. By all means, if you have a Ryzen 9 or a Threadripper or something like that, crank it up and see what happens. It's really easy to change the clock speed later, but for now, let's just start with 200 megahertz. I also have 128 megabytes of RAM installed. Assuming your system has plenty of RAM, this shouldn't be a concern at all. You can do more, but Windows 98 is not going to use more than about 128 megabytes unless you specifically know that you need it. Leave all the other things the same. Display, you can see we've got an AGP 3FX Voodoo 3 3500. One thing I do is leave render threads at 2. I don't crank it up. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but that's what I've heard is recommended. Input devices, we're using an AT keyboard and we have a PS2 mouse selected. Sound, we're using a Sound Blaster 16 PNP, which stands for plug and play. For Windows 98 gaming, Sound Blaster 16 PNP is perfect. Leave everything else the same. And the hard disks, I have pre-populated a 20 gigabyte hard disk image. One thing to note here is it is dynamically allocated, meaning you won't actually have a 20 gigabyte file on your computer right away. It will fill up that 20 gigabytes as your Windows 98 machine fills up. Don't stress about, oh, I don't want to waste 20 gigabytes if it's not going to be used. It's fine. Floppy devices, we're using a 3.5 inch 1.44 megabyte floppy. We're also using an AT-API CD-ROM drive. I've got the speed set to 72x. And again, you shouldn't have to change any of these things. I just wanted to go over it for you so you know, just in case you have any problems in the future. So go ahead and click OK OK. Then once our Cat School is Rad is selected, we can either double click on it or we can hit the green play button. You'll be greeted by the BIOS screen. So we have an error message here. This is just saying there's no BIOS initialized yet. So we'll hit delete. On a Mac is function and backspace or delete. Load optimum settings, hit Y, hit enter again, and now go over to save and exit setup. Hit Y. Now our machine will reboot. Disk boot failure, insert system disk, and press enter. What we need to do is tell 86box to use our Win98 quick install floppy image as well as a CD-ROM image. I don't know why my icon isn't showing here, but there's an icon here that normally shows for the CD-ROM and another one for the floppy. You can also come up to the top and hit media and you'll have your two options here. Here you can see for floppy, existing image, and then navigate to wherever you downloaded your floppy.img from the 86box GitHub. For the CD-ROM, we have either image or folder. Image is if you're using an ISO or maybe a .cdi that you've downloaded. Folder is if you just want to give it an arbitrary folder on your host machine. This is really great if you don't have an ISO available and you just have a folder with an exe inside of it. Really great option. Since we downloaded an ISO for Win98 quick install, I'll select image and then I will navigate to wherever I downloaded Win98 QI. I just want to confirm with you, we are using the Win98 QI v0.9.6 stock ISO. Now we should be able to reset. Press any key to run Win98 quick install. It goes kind of fast. Let's go into full screen. Give Win98 quick install a moment to boot up. We're hit with the disclaimer. This is a beta release, etc. It works very well for me. Shout out to Oreg866 for doing this. Welcome to Win9X quick install. Hit OK. Now, instead of going directly into install, we need to go into our partition manager. Select CF disk and hit enter. Select the hard drive that we have. It's the only one populated. No partition table found. We'll create MBR disk. Hit OK. We're going to hit new. Partition size, leave the same. Primary. Now, instead of going quit directly, hit right a few times to select. Press right on the arrow key, the right arrow key on the keyboard. Press right a few times and then select the option that says write, W-R-I-T-E, and hit enter. Right. The partition table has been altered is what that says in blue. Now go back over to quit and hit enter. Remember to answer yes to the format prompt. Okay. Go down to finished and hit enter. Now we're ready to install Windows 98. Hit enter on install selected operating system variant. Hit enter to select the hard drive we just partitioned. Would you like to format the hard drive? Yes. Would you like to overwrite the master boot record? Yes. We'll do fast hardware detection. Would you like to install the integrated device drivers? Yes. Give it a moment. Now it's installing. Should take about 2 minutes, maybe longer, maybe less. If you've ever had to go through the actual Windows 98 install process, you'll know how much faster this really is. We can hit reboot after it's successfully installed. However, my 86box won't actually reboot on its own. Huge pro tip. If your mouse is captured and you don't know how to uncapture it, it's a middle click. There are other options, but if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel and a middle click to uncapture the mouse. We will go here, action, hard reset. It will reboot. Don't press a key to go into Win98 quick install since we just installed it. We could have ejected the floppy in the previous step. I didn't do that. Windows will continue its setup process. Should be mostly sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let it do its thing. Windows is shutting down. 86box did reboot now. That's good. If you want, we can actually go up here to media and we can eject our floppy. It will ask you to set your clock. You can set it if you want. However, it will sync the time to your host machine regardless. Now, this is the true benchmark, the Windows 98 startup chime. Thing of beauty. Nice and clean startup sound. No stuttering, no blips. Perfect. We have Windows 98 ready to go. Here's a couple of pro tips for me to set up your new installation. I'm here on an external monitor that's actually 1280 by 1024. So I'm going to go into my properties. I'm going to go into settings. And I'm going to increase my screen resolution to 1280 by 1024. And I'll hit apply. Oh, thing of beauty, isn't it? I like to go in here to my audio and just crank it up all the way. Windows starts it off at half volume. I don't know why. If you still find it quieter than you would like it to be, I will middle click, go up to the menu, Tools, Sound Gain, and we can turn this up. By default, I think it's maybe around here. I like to have it on this first notch. I find that that works good for me. The only other thing to do now is to test it out by playing some games. So what I will do is I have downloaded Hover, classic Microsoft. I'm going to go to select a folder instead of an image. I did not shut down the computer correctly, so we are in ScanDisk. I will open my computer, open the D drive, and double click Hover. Hover will complain because we're running it in greater than 256 color. It's fine. We go fill screen? Oh, yeah. Now we can see audio is working great. No stuttering. I don't actually know how to play Hover. As a test, it's working great, isn't it? Climb steps in your hover car. Great. I want to try one more game. I also wanted to point out here, it has your recent ISO selection. If we need to go back over to Hover, for example, very quick and easy to do so. Hocus Pocus. That's the key. Kind of quiet, isn't it? I love Hocus Pocus. Collect all the magic crystals to finish this level. I love this game, dude. So another brave apprentice. You'll never make it through these castle walls alive. Ah! Freaking demonology. Grandma had this game on her computer. I find the secret treasure room, you mother fricker. Wait, what does he say? Still doomed to failure? Duke Nukem. I used to play this one a lot as a kid too. I like it. Duke Nukem 1. Ah! Ah! I missed it. Let's try Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Don't dug it up. Don't dug it up. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Dude, this is so slow. Windows 98%. YouTube is gonna kill me if I play Star Wars songs, so I need to mute it. You're allowed to listen to it on your own though, just not here. Okay.
It will have to travel through the black area. Right-click on the next marker.
The black area.
The black area represents territory you haven't seen. That was a right-click. You use a regular click to select something.
Yes, sir. Find them, skin them, and bring the pelts.
He has begun the journey of discovery that will ultimately transform him into a great leader.
Cool. In today's video, we installed Windows 98 using Windows 98 Quick Install. It was very quick and easy. I also tested out a couple of games to see how it would perform. Obviously, with a 200 megahertz CPU, performance is going to be somewhat limited, but I have gotten a lot of mileage out of playing with fun, old, random Windows 98 software, Encarta, things like that. Highly recommend you check this out, and hopefully this helped you along your way. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you can click the like button. Feel free to leave a comment if there's something I missed or something that you need further help with. I'll leave links in the description to everything you need, including the configuration file, so check that out. And until next time, I'm Catskull. Here's my question. Was this a total waste of time? What did you think? If you made it this far in the video and you don't feel like this is a waste of time, I would love it if you let me know somehow. You can leave a comment, you can like, you can subscribe, but honestly, I don't care about YouTube and I don't care about the algorithm. I made this video for you. So go to catskull.net, look at my blog, do whatever, follow me on Mastodon, figure it out. Thanks. See you next time. Maybe.
World Peace. Catskull.